Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members, and indeed welcome to the final council meeting ahead of the summer break. While we won't convene again until September, the hard work, of course, of this council continues in earnest. We are a busy organisation with a workforce tirelessly working to serve the people of Surrey, and there is no let up. Whether it's our library staff, our registrars, our highways engineers, our countryside teams, or indeed those caring for our most vulnerable residents, will be there. At the same time, we're working on the biggest change in local government in Surrey for decades. This is not some arbitrary lines drawn on a map. It is not straightforward to prepare to split our services, and it is not being done by expensive consultants. It is our staff that are working hard behind the scenes to ensure that not only Surrey County Council ends well, but that the new councils that follow will be in the best possible shape. Our staff have a huge amount of knowledge and experience to help guide us through that journey, along with the genuine desire and motivation to deliver the very best for Surrey. There are real benefits on offer through reorganisation, with new unitary councils able to bring much more joined up service delivery, clarity for residents and efficient structures. Combined with better multi-agency local working through neighbourhood area committees, which I'll talk a little bit about more in a moment, and with a mayoral strategic authority to represent Surrey on a national level and draw more powers and funding from Westminster, I am certain that the people of Surrey will reap the rewards of a better system come 2027. The government consultation on Surrey's reorganisation is open, and I know many partners, local stakeholders, staff and residents are engaging with that process. And I would encourage as many people with an interest in Surrey as possible to take part. This is important. In fact, it is critical for this county that we get it right. And that's why I just want to outline clearly why we have made the recommendation to government that 2 new unitary councils are created in Surrey, starting with our most critical statutory services. The vast majority of the work and indeed the resource of the County Council is delivering vital care provision to our most vulnerable residents through adult social care and children's services. We spend more money just on those services than the entire budgets of the district and borough councils combined, 800 million a year on care, as opposed to 190 million on all of the 11 district budgets in total. They are extremely challenging and complex services to deliver, as we know, even with the benefits of scale that we have across the whole county geography currently. There is also huge national reform needed and perhaps coming in both areas, which will require serious work and experienced heads to be implemented locally. And Mr. Chairman, both our adults and children's social care services are, of course, independently rated as good. These are strong, well-run services that are benefiting people's lives, improving quality of life across the county, and ultimately keeping people safe. Now, while delivering care services in a unitary council brings many benefits, better coordination and control over housing and leisure services, for instance, that can contribute to greater independence and resilience. Splitting these critical services, care services, comes with risk. That risk must be managed and mitigated carefully. And the more you split those services, the greater the risk, the greater the cost, and the harder it is to mitigate. That's why it is important to disaggregate those services in the most minimal way possible. And that is to split it just once into 2 new councils rather than 3. More councils equals more risk and more cost. There is something lacking from some of the financial and structural claims that have been aired recently from the proposal for 3 unitaries. When you include detailed understanding of the cost of disaggregation, it is clear that it is only the 2 unitary model that can deliver ongoing financial savings. On a midpoint, our analysis shows the 23 million would be saved each year by creating 2 unitary councils, while with 3 councils, with those increased disaggregation costs and reduced scale, would actually cost 16 million more every year to run than the current system. Indeed, this is important. It is no secret that the finances of some districts and boroughs in Surrey are perilous. Local government everywhere is under severe financial pressure, with rising demand for more expensive services and public finances strained. This government are prioritising other areas of the country, and the fair funding settlement, now that we've seen what that looks like, will not be doing Surrey any favours. So the future local government structures here must be the most efficient they possibly can be, and they must have the right scale to be sustainable long into the future. All the evidence shows that 2 unitaries is the most sustainable proposal in Surrey, and that detailed financial modelling can be found in our proposal. Our partners across Surrey have understood that and have studied the evidence. Surrey Police, Surrey Heartlands Health System, the Police and Crime Commissioner, Community Foundation for Surrey, Surrey Minority Ethnic Forum, and indeed our colleagues in Mole Valley and Elmbridge. Their voices, all of those voices, are important in this work as they are key in shaping a stronger future for Surrey. They all see that 2 new councils in Surrey will deliver the benefits our residents deserve. Mr. Chairman, I know that some councillors in this room are proposing 3 new councils instead of 2, and of course many of those are twin-hatted, on the premise that somehow this makes them more local. Now, I am as passionate as anybody about local government, but having dedicated many years to one of our borough councils prior to becoming the leader of this county council, I can say with quite some experience that the right scale of local government is important. It is no good for anybody, for a council to be small and hyper-local if it's unsustainable and too small to effectively run strategic care or transport services. The scale of the new unitary councils in Surrey is important, and the government acknowledged that with their recommended ideal size in the white paper. 2 councils would be large enough and strong enough to deliver truly excellent and efficient services, while remaining a sensible geography for local government. Where the real local work takes place is on a much smaller footprint. And again, this is something that we must get right in Surrey alongside council reorganisation. That is why we are building on the work we have already been doing in our towns and villages. We are working hard piloting the first 3 new neighbourhood area committees, smaller multi-agency systems with true local representation to address the issues that face those different communities. We've done some great collaborative work with district and boroughs and town and parish councils, as well as system partners, in particular in the health system and the voluntary sector, to get these pilot areas underway. Indeed, I'm looking forward to hearing from the initial workshop meetings this month in Esher and Cobham, Dorking in the villages, and in Caterham, Wallingham and the north of Tandridge district. And in due course, hopefully, Farnham. And I'd like to thank those district, borough and town and parish councils who share our passion for this work and indeed see the benefit it will bring to the people of Surrey. While some political opponents seek to undermine this effort, I believe falsely suggesting that this is seeking to replace town and parish councils, and with some districts now seemingly intent on creating more structures of local government, ministers have been very clear on the importance and benefits of neighbourhood area committees. The following is a public statement carried on the MHCLG website from government. Neighbourhood area committees help councils fulfil their commitments to working in partnership with communities at the neighbourhood level. They can also include other service providers, such as town or parish councillors, where applicable, along with co-opted members from local community organisations. Areas considering new town or parish councils should think carefully about how they might be funded to avoid putting further pressure on local authority finances and or new burdens on the taxpayer. We recognise the value that town and parish councils offer to their local communities, but they are independent institutions and are not a substitute for meaningful community engagement and neighbourhood working by a local authority. We want to see every local authority hardwiring local community engagement into their own structures, preferably through neighbourhood area committees. Indeed, they work elsewhere. They have the support of partners. Forward-thinking district and boroughs are supportive. Many existing town and parish councils are getting involved. The government is clear on their purpose, and we are working collaboratively to get this going in Surrey. And I'd encourage everyone here to get involved constructively and help shape these new systems for the benefit of our residents. These local groups will be true partnerships. They will not just be another layer of local government. Proper multi-agency collaboration with health, police, VCSC and local government coming together in local areas across Surrey to deliver meaningful change, strengthen communities, build resilience, ensure the right priorities are being tackled, give residents a voice and help properly inform the councils and other organisations that sit at a more strategic level. That is local working at its most effective. And that is what we will deliver in Surrey together. So let's make it happen. As I mentioned, the government consultation is open and they are seeking views. Now, while the questions are not particularly resident friendly, I have to accept, I would encourage everyone with an interest in this issue to take a look, read the proposals, join our engagement sessions, and we had one last night, talk to local councillors and reach an informed view. While we are promoting what we think is the best outcome for Surrey based on evidence, we will not be issuing copy and paste template answers for people, as seems to be the tactic for some districts advocating 3 councils. I would question the ethics in that, I have to say. But their motivation is clear, which seems to be to avoid the evidence and instead flood the consultation with templated political campaign material. Mr. Chairman, I sincerely hope and believe that the government will make their decision based on evidence and sound policy objectives, not on politics. The future in Surrey is a positive one. I have no doubt about that, and I'm truly optimistic about what this great county can do. This council will leave a strong legacy. Our finances have been transformed to a point where we have delivered stable, balanced budgets year after year. Our core services are good, praised by inspectors and held up as a national best practice in many areas. We have invested tens of millions of pounds in communities through Your Fund Surrey. And we will deliver a strong foundation for the councils that follow. And as I said at the outset, we have a dedicated and experienced workforce with expertise and professionalism. They are already working hard to get the building blocks in place for whatever comes next, and they will be instrumental in transitioning our services into new, strong, effective, efficient, unitary councils. The future of this county, this great county, is bright, and this council will play its part in delivering it. Thank you.